What is a sign of low intelligence? Having your hand be bigger than your face. I know your tricks. As someone who tests IQ as part of his job, I find an odd trend is strongly predictive of low to borderline IQ, being able to read fluently but then struggling to paraphrase what was read. So not understanding what they read means someone is not intelligent. Am I reading your comment correctly? Hope so, ha ha ha. More like being able to read something, but being unable to put it a different way if trying to explain it to someone else. So one can read words, but not understand the message being conveyed. They could even understand it fine. They just may not be able to phrase it in their own words. So I'm stupid. Thanks. You don't truly understand something until you can explain it to a child. Me watching YouTube video about tetrahedra and how it fits into all of reality. My daughter asked what I was watching. I had no idea how to explain to her because I don't understand fully myself. So I said everything is made up of the same shapes. Not even close to what he message of the video is, ha ha ha, but I think I'm close. School psychologist here. Finally an actual answer. I see this too sometimes, but not just with reading to self. I will read a story or a few sentences to a student, and as long as short-term memory is okay, they can say it back verbatim, but they can't paraphrase or answer comprehension questions. Many students with low IQ struggle to make the jump into skill mastery, which begins compounding when their classmates begin learning new skills. That's why our students with low IQ need an IEP, individualized education plan. Making strong opinions on topics you don't understand. Thinking you know more than you know. Or more appropriately, not understanding how little you know. The Dunning-Kruger effect. Ugh, my brother's wife. She isn't technically stupid. Like there are a multiplicity of things that constitute intelligence, and she has some of them. Others are just not there, holes in her head. She does this. She will state something as true. The problem is she never knows anything about what she is talking about. It is fine not to be interested in or knowledgeable about things. But if you're not, don't make weird proclamations about them, and then get super pissed if someone contradicts you. She hates me, by the way. We don't speak anymore. I believe this is why. I always disagree with her and make her look stupid. When she told me this, I thought about it and said, maybe, but aren't you always wrong? That didn't go well. This is the lady who used to work for me. She'd start ranting about politics and getting upset, and when I was calm and rational, she'd start making it personal about how I thought I was better than her. Then she stole Dola's 1100 on camera and tried to bend the mailbox to make it look like someone else did it. She had access to the cameras. She knew they were recording there. Go through my post history and you'll get an idea. I'd argue that knowing or suspecting that you have a low intelligence implies you are smarter than you think. To know the limitations of oneself is a good indication of intelligence. Of course, it's likely this post was just a joke. The smartest people in the world understand that they have much to learn. The difference is that they have the desire to learn as much as they can. Not being able to entertain an opposing thought without losing your shit. If you ask someone to examine things under a different perspective, and they start getting angry, you're talking with an idiot. If someone is unable to contribute to a conversation in a constructive manner in regards to opposing opinions, beliefs, they might as well have a giant blinking sign saying, "I'm an intolerant idiot," above their head. What if, say, the discussion is about whether or not a traumatizing sexual interaction would be considered rape, causes the victim of said rape to act emotionally to someone having an opposing belief as to that definition of rape? Is the rape victim an intolerant idiot? That becomes a matter of lived experience versus opinion. I certainly didn't say having an emotional response or lived experience makes you intolerant or an idiot. I tend to find this isn't entirely accurate. I've had a few intelligent friends who are completely stubborn and argue loudly against any view that isn't your own, but also some dumb ones that are open-minded. Yet people tend to associate emotional intelligence with IQ. And while there is research to back this up, I mean, Hitler was a pretty smart guy and he wasn't exactly reasonable and tolerant. Believing that 5G caused coronavirus. This one really baffles my mind. Electromagnetic waves are not viruses. Fun fact, In 1918, there was a popular conspiracy that the Spanish flu was transmitted by all the electrical wiring and light bulbs in people's homes. Dumb then, dumb today. Constantly talking about how smart you are. It's an insecurity. It's a pretty decent rule of thumb that if someone is going out of their way to call themselves some positive trait, they are not that thing. Very true. One of the secrets of reading people. People who brag about certain things seem to be most insecure about that trait, although this doesn't apply 100% of the time. Dude that I worked with bragged about his IQ in a department meeting. We all just rolled our eyes. About a week later, he was in jail. He fell for a sting and showed up at a base thinking that he was going to have sex with children. He's doing time in federal prison. IQ is not the same as intelligence, kids. People who think they are always right. Absolutely right. No way we are wrong. Was arguing with my mum once when I was a teenager, and she said, "You always think your opinions are right." I answered back, "If I thought my opinion was wrong, I'd change it." Got butt slapped, so I guess I lost. Being afraid or ashamed to say, "I don't know," when they don't know. I disagree. It might be daft to feel that way, but it doesn't mean you're actually stupid if you do. Some people grow up in households where they are mocked or worse when they don't know something, or get yelled at or fed off if they ask for help. That doesn't mean they have a low IQ. I was always scared to say, "I don't know," thinking others would think I'm stupid. Now I'm an office assistant at an accounting firm and I don't know shit about taxes or finances. I swear I say, "I don't know, let me get you a CPA," 10 times a day, and I'm more than okay with that. Believing conspiracy theories for every little thing. Especially, believing in contradicting conspiracies, such as believing COVID-19 is all just a hoax and nobody is actually dying, while simultaneously believing more people are dying from it than reported, and the government is covering it up. It isn't real. It isn't killing people. And if it is real, it's 5G. And if it is killing people, it's not a lot. And it was made in a Chinese labs. But the Democrats also did it. And masks do nothing. But masks are also mind-controlled devices. Which is all well and good, except it isn't real. Bragging about passing a dementia test. I went out with a woman last year who couldn't calculate a 20% discount. I'm not talking internally. I'm saying that even if she had a calculator, she wouldn't know what to do. She was a primary school teacher. I was telling a friend how I would calculate a %20 tip in my head. I take %10 of the bill and then just double it, and he was confused as to how to get the %10. You literally move the decimal once to the left. People that think screaming at you and calling you things that are not so nice, thinking it will magically change your whole view. Can't stand it at all. Getting sucked in MLMs. You wear the mask below the nose. Or refuse to wear the mask, or have one of those masks that's just a net that doesn't affect anything at all. People who confuse their opinions with facts. Why'd you get married? We'd been together for 4 years, so. Earth is flat supporters. I never understood this one because, why? They're like, scientists are lying to you and making up a bunch of science stuff so you'll be dumb enough to believe the Earth is actually round. But like, why? Why would they do that? Repeat the same mistakes and blame everything else but you. Not once or twice, but for years and years, without improving 1 inch and still blaming others. Being an anti-vaxxer. Like, I'd rather risk my kid dying than risk him being autistic. It's one of those especially dumb conspiracy theories because even if you believe the bullshit it says, you should still vaccinate them because it's better than dying. I think an actual sign of low intelligence is something like low processing speed, trouble with basic arithmetic, low reading comprehension, etc. They cannot articulate why they believe something, they just believe it. Some of the responses here are people being jerks and not being stupid. Lack of knowledge doesn't make you stupid. Lack of empathy or compassion doesn't make you stupid. Having incorrect knowledge doesn't make you stupid. A lot of the people we think are stupid just have an inability to discern good information from bad information, thus are fed a lot of bad information. So when you meet an anti-vaxxer, anti-masker, climate denier, or a flat earther, don't call them stupid. If you must use an insult, call them ignorant, deceived, indoctrinated, reckless, thoughtless, selfish, or unloving. What is a sign of low intelligence? Leave a comment and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this one.